My name is Jean Mason, and I guess you would say I'm the owner of the Locust Heights and Western Railroad because my husband built it, and he's been gone for almost 8 years now, so it has been mine ever since then. And I guess it will be until I'm gone, and then it will go to my daughter and eventually my grandson.
Hi, my name's Tammy Mason Molina, and this is the Locust Heights and Western Railroad, which was the dream of my dad to start a railroad, really just to bring logs up to his sawmill and just for him and his friends to have some good times. And then it kind of caught on and people heard about it and started coming out here to ride the train 50 years ago now. So that's what we do here. My dad had a passion for steam. This is what he started. Nobody in his family was a railroader. My grandfather started the machine shop and my dad apprenticed under him. And I mean, he had a very lucrative business, so really he didn't have a lot of time for the hobby, but any spare time was spent with the train. I mean, I didn't see my dad. He came home for dinner and he went back over and worked till 11:30 at night with doing all his hobbies. He wanted to see it grow and continue, and I think when my son came along, he began to really want to put a lot of effort into it to see it grow.
My name is Trey Roach. I'm Keith Mason's grandson, and 26 years old. I've been doing this pretty much my whole life. Don't really remember the first parts of it, but I've learned to do everything on the railroad more or less here. You know, started out when I was just a kid ringing the bell and just doing little odds and ends stuff that a kid could do. And as I got older, started doing a lot of track work and eventually learning to fire. And here in the past couple of years, I've been the relief crew as an engineer also to give my guys a break whenever they need it. So I just kind of learned to do it all out here. That's what you got to kind of do when your family owns a railroad.
He built the caboose as a playhouse in 1969 for his children. At that point, we just had one, but she had some playmates, and then Tammy was born in 1969, so he and his dad helped him building because his dad didn't pass away till 1972. So his dad had a lot of help in building the caboose. But eventually we had an old car that run on the railroad first that he fixed up, and eventually he said, I've got to build a steam engine. And he said, I really like the Swamp Angel up in Cranesville Swamp, so I think I will pattern it after that, a Class A. So he got the prints for that, and that's what he patterned it after.
I've always called it Big Black when I was a kid. That's what I always called it. Little did I know how little it actually would be in the railroad world. But to me, when I was 2, it was pretty big. Class A Climaxes, they were a very, very crude engine for back in the day of logging and of early railroading and logging. They really work you hard. And this one here, I like to believe, is a lot easier to run than how the original Class A's would have been built because it was built in 1974. So there's a lot of stuff that's improved on it as far as maintenance and operating goes. It's just like every steam engine. They all have their days where you just, you're getting down on steam a little bit, you're doing all you could do, and there's just some days it just does you good. It's just how it is sometimes. I don't believe there is ever original Climax parts on it. There's some logging parts in it, the engine set and original boiler, that was with the engine was from a steam donkey, a steam winch. And Granddad sacrificed the winch system to make the locomotive. And so that's kind of neat. And the wheels on the trucks came from a local sawmill in Franklin, West Virginia. Pretty much the only thing that he didn't build was the bowler and the engines. Everything else, and even parts, the engines were totally remachined before they were installed on the locomotive. All the gearing, drive line, frame, woodwork, everything was fabricated or created here. So we got about 3/4 mile of track, and it goes out to the end of our property. This is an old strip mine, and unfortunately where the track ends is we're kind of limited because you go out another 20 yards and it drops down where they quit stripping the land away. So right now we just go to the end of our, there's a big field out the end there and a gas well out there. And for right now it just runs out to there. I don't look to expand anytime soon, but who knows what's in the future, what the future holds. But I got enough, it's enough to take care of the way it is right now.
I got married at the end of the tracks, so you know it's a very special place. We've had several people that wanted to pay respects to their loved ones when they passed by spending some time out there. It's just a special place. It takes really takes two for the engine. We always then have a brakeman. We usually have a couple gentlemen on the caboose, just keeping eyes out on the flat car for safety and on the caboose for safety. And then of course we're back here doing tickets and making sure everybody's trying to enjoy themselves if they have to wait in line. We like to have as many eyes as we can. Sometimes we have to have parking people. Sometimes we have to have parking attendants. Sometimes we have to utilize an extra parking lot. So we like to have about 12 people, 13 people. You know, every now and then one of the crew members has to miss an evening or they have vacation, and we have a lot of people that step into many shoes. So we're very blessed.
My work they did business with Keith Mason in the machine shop, and they sent me out here one day to pick up some material, and I said something, I saw the railroad and I asked about it, and at the time Keith Mason wasn't here, but he did show up while I was out here looking around, and he said, yeah, come out Wednesday nights. He said, we operate. So I didn't know whether to come out as a tourist or come out as a worker. So I just wore something that if I got it dirty, it wasn't going to hurt me any. And I got here and they said, I said, what do you want me to do? And he said, see that sawdust pile? He said, just shovel that out from the chain drag. And I said, okay. So that started it, and that was in 1985.
It has always been Wednesday nights. That is the night that all of his friends gave up with their families to come saw logs at the sawmill. So that was the night that they always met. And so when we started with the train, it just, Wednesday stuck. And that's the night that everybody always knew where to find my dad, my family, and most of his friends on Wednesday nights. And they are dedicated, a dedicated crew that have given up many Wednesdays. Wednesday's the day. I mean, everybody's always asked that, why Wednesday? And I said, it's just the day the guys said, hey, we'll come out to Keith's on Wednesday. So, and they still do. We meet all winter. We don't just do this during train season. They come out on Wednesday nights and we work on little projects, or we discuss what we're going to do differently for the next year, what projects we're going to work on, and hang out and sit by the Burnside stove, and they're our family.
All of my crew, they graciously do it out of the kindness of their heart. And so, you know, we get them gifts every now and then. You know, my grandmother, we pay them with food is what we really do. My grandmother makes snacks, what we call it, every night, or every Wednesday. And so they have that to look forward to after that. And you know, they just love it. You know, they don't expect to be paid.
You're all volunteers.
Yeah, we're all volunteers. None of us take a dime in all of this. It all goes back to the railroad, or the insurance, or coal, or oil, etc. The list is there's a huge list of what it all goes to, and you know, we never count nobody's time. We don't worry about that. I have a couple of younger guys that are come to help me now, so that helps I can't do it all by myself. My crew, I think the next closest guy to me is 65, I think. Yes, 65. And I try to make it as easy for them as possible. I want them to be here. I don't care if they come here and don't do a thing. If they're coming here just to enjoy and hang out and have fun, like they did with my granddad in past years, I just want them to have the best time they can possibly have and help out however way they want to. And I can't thank them enough for all they've done. People come to a railroad like this, and you know, we do it out of the kindness of our heart. You know, we do donations, and you know, we get by on it. But there's a lot of things that people don't see in the railroading side. The preparation, all the hours the crew puts in during and off season. You know, there's a lot of stuff that people don't think about when it comes to this, and we enjoy doing it. We wouldn't do it if we didn't enjoy it. And every time I see just a group of people down here and just kids laughing and smiling, and you know, even adults. I mean, it's not just for kids. Adults come here, and we've had people from all over the world come here, and that's why we do it. I really appreciate the stuff enough, and I appreciate people wanting to come out and enjoy it and having something to do.
My name is Barbara Curia. We've been coming here probably 40 years at least. We live only about a mile from here, so we would always hear the tooting of the horn of the train's whistle, and we got curious and we followed it one day and found out this is the best kept secret in West Virginia.
My head.
can get your ticket. Fine, threw you on there.
Oh, I love this. I love it. It is totally awesome. And I'm so happy to be here today. All my family, my grandkids, my two, I got a daughter and a son, and they're here. He's in the T-Rex outfit, and we love it. You know, I never knew anything about this for years and years and years. This is like 50, these are great people here doing this.
He never left my dad's side as a toddler. I mean, as soon as he could toddle, he was here every Wednesday night. Those friends of my dad's became his buddies. They were his buddies, his train buddies, and they're still his train buddies. And you know, when my dad passed, I worried. I'm like, you know, are they still going to want to do this? You know, are they still going to want to do this? And Trace said, I'm not giving up. We're going to continue. We're going to do this. And all those guys said, absolutely. We're here for the duration, and as long as we're healthy and we can be here, they're dedicated. I can't stress enough how important they are to us. I don't think he ever dreamed it would become what it is today. I think he would be in shock at some of the things that we've accomplished, the amounts of people that have come and brought their families, and their people have brought their children, and then their grandchildren, and then their great-grandchildren. And I think that he would be astounded at some of the crowds that we've had and some of the things that we've been able to accomplish. I think it would bring him great joy to know how many lives we just love our state, and we're glad to just be a little part of it. You know, Clarksburg, most of the people that live here call us the hidden secret. We love it and we're proud of it, and you know, it is my dad's legacy.